Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of
The Happy Hippie Podcast.
Today is a very exciting episode. Today we're going to be talking all about numbers, everything you need to know about angel numbers, numerology. We're going to dive down the number rabbit hole today. But before we get into anything, I just want to quickly apologize for the inconsistent upload. I have now gotten a grip of my schedule, so new episodes will now be available every other Wednesday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch or listen to your podcast. So what is numerology? Numerology is the communication of the universe. God doesn't speak to you in words. He communicates through synchronicity and numbers. It's kind of like an intuitive puzzle you get to decode through the science of numerology, which is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Everything related to numbers. Today, we're going to go over everything numerology related. We're going to go over the numerology chart. We're going to talk about angel numbers. What are angel numbers? Why are you seeing them everywhere? You wake up at a certain time, look at the clock, see a repeating number. You see repeating numbers on license plates, see them on addresses. You feel like these numbers are following you everywhere, and you want to know why? Well, you've come to the right place. Kilee, why are numbers important? I don't understand what's the point of knowing about these numbers and what they mean. Well, we are currently living in a numerical light matrix. You might be a little confused on what this means. Well, we're going to talk all about it today. Before we talk about our numerology chart and angel numbers, first we need to furthermore break down what numerology really is. Numerology is the belief in the divine mystical relationship between numbers and events in the real world. It is the symbolism of numbers. It is the ancient study of numbers and how they can be used to interpret the world around us. Numbers are the letters of this language. Let's start with the root numbers. There's 9 of them. So in numerology, there is only really single-digit numbers. Okay, so 1 through 9. Every other larger number breaks down into one of the root numbers, 1 to 9. For example, you have a number like 24. In numerology, you would take 2 plus 4, and this number would be 6. If you had a number like 18, in numerology, that would be considered 1 plus 8, which would be 9. The root numbers are like the foundation of numerology. So everything in your numerology chart will correspond to these 9 core root numbers. Each number has a cosmic vibration, and each letter of the alphabet corresponds to that in a numerical mathematic value. Each number is a mystical building block, explaining the divine logic of the cosmos in an understandable way. Interacting together, their relationships embody our collective universe. And considered separately, each number embodies our individual existence. Basically, our home life, love life, career, business, health, relationships, spirituality, leisurely activities, and personality can all be mathematically illustrated and understood through your numerology chart. I feel like a lot of us are familiar with our astrology charts. It's kind of like a similar idea to that, but with numbers instead of zodiac signs. The different aspects of your numerology chart include your life path number, expression number, heart's desires, personality number, and soul urge number. The most important aspect, I would say, is probably your life path number. So what's a life path number? You can obtain this numerical value by basically adding up your birth date together. That's simple. So what you do is you add together the day, month, and year you were born, and you're going to reduce that down to a single digit. The life path number indicates the specific lessons that your soul has come here to learn and will represent your journey throughout your entire lifetime. It will point you to your true purpose and give clues to what your destiny here on earth is. A lot of people say the life path is the most important aspect of your numerology chart as it reveals the most information about yourself. I'm going to do myself here for a quick example. So I'm born on September 24th, 2001. So that's going to be 9 plus 24 plus 2001. All of those values added up together equals 2034. So we're going to reduce this number further. So now you're going to take 20 plus 34, which then gives you the sum of 54. And then I'm going to take 5 plus 4, which equals 9. So I am a life path number 9. I highly encourage each and every one of you to do the math and figure out what your life path number is to find out some things you might have not even known about yourself. The number 9 contains the energy of all the other numbers. Life path number 9s are known as the humanitarian in numerology. Being both creative and extremely connected to helping others, life path number 9s also go through a lot of trauma, which honestly, like finding this out about myself made everything make so much sense. I'm like, why is my life just a constant roller coaster ride? Looking into your numerology chart can help you find answers to questions you've been wondering your whole life. So I highly recommend doing that quick little calculation and finding out what your life path number is, and then doing a quick Google search, okay? Read up on it. I'm not going to explain what every single life path number means in this episode. It'll probably really interest you and also allude you to your mission here on Earth in this lifetime. The life path number really is like the main component in your numerology chart, but there's also a bunch of other parts of the chart that will allude to different things. For example, like the expression number, which reveals abilities, talents, goals, and career. Your heart's desire number reflects the type of environment you actually prefer to work in. The personality number is similar to ascending/rising in astrology, so it alludes to how people view you, their perspective on you. Your birthday number hints towards your natural gifts and abilities. Lastly, your soul urge number is what motivates your ideals, decisions, and your dreams. That's a lot of information you can get from yourself by just punching together a few numbers. So definitely look into your numerology chart to find out more about yourself and just to understand your soul on a deeper level. Like I said before, we are living in a numerical light matrix. Now let's talk about angel numbers. Angels are really angles of light. There are higher dimensions that exist 90 degrees above one another. To my conscious awareness in this moment, there are 11 dimensions. There might be more, but that's just what I know of right now. Numbers come from one multi-dimensional source. Okay, we are living in a mathematical universe of numbers, lights, angles, or some call angels. Now let's talk a little bit about one of the most powerful numbers in numerology. Let's talk a little bit about 9, okay? Number 9 is the most powerful number in numerology. It's an important number in a lot of mathematical computations. 9 is the final digit in numerology. The presence of 9 can suggest a meaningful cycle has come to a close, and you will soon have a new beginning and a brand new journey. Whatever you multiply with 9 comes out to be 9. It's like a numerical phenomenon compared to all of the rest. 9 times 2 is 18. Remember, there's only single digits in numerology. You take the 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. Nikola Tesla once said, if you can discover the secret of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, you could then have the key to the universe. The key is 9. You take 3 plus 6 and it equals 9. You have 2 9s. 9 plus 9 is 81, and then 8 plus 1 is 9. So wild. Okay, numbers are crazy, especially 9. That one's a special number. Me being like life path number 9, being like, 9s are the most important. Enough about that, okay? Let's now get on into angel numbers. I love angel numbers. It's actually funny because my perspective on angel numbers has changed drastically throughout the years. Like, I remember as a kid when I would look at the clock and see 111 or 1111 or 333, and like these numbers would almost like follow me around and I would always see them. I remember being like scared. I was like, what does this mean? Why are these numbers following me? I just didn't really know what it meant. And as a kid, I remember thinking it was like kind of creepy, almost like I was being watched. Versus now I view it as like a positive message from the universe that I need to like decode. And I obviously now that I'm older view it a lot differently. But I wanted to talk about this because I think it's important. Because I feel like there is a group out there that is a little creeped out of the fact of every time they turn their head, they see a specific repeating number, and it almost feels like they're following them, and they're like, what does this number mean? Why is it here? What the fuck is an angel number? Well, look at you guys stumbling across to the right place. Let's chat all about angel numbers. It's actually quite comical. I will hang out sometimes with like the biggest non-believers of like any of this stuff. And then after the day of hanging out with me, they will just be so mind blown and be like, what the fuck do all these numbers mean? When you elevate your frequency, the universe will communicate to you more frequently. And when I started my spiritual journey, I started seeing numbers like no tomorrow and consecutively, like in the same day, seeing 111, 222, 333, 444, all the way down to 999. So weird, but also cool. You can see synchronistic numbers. Angel numbers can appear on a clock, right? You wake up in the middle of the night at 3:33 a.m. and you're like, this is weird. You can see them on license plates, addresses, even timestamps in music. Repeating numbers can appear to you in really any form and anywhere. All numbers are meant to guide you to really become the best version of yourself. Me personally, I go through certain seasons where different angel numbers will like follow me around. Like there'll be a specific season where I'll only see 333 and then it'll be like 444 and then it'll switch. I do notice a pattern of certain numbers following me around at certain moments of my life. And that's another really important skill almost to develop when communicating with the universe through angel numbers is me, myself included, will be kind of excited like, oh, like 1111. It's really important to try to become consciously aware of what you were thinking when you saw the number, because a lot of the times it is correlated. Which leads us to the next part of the episode where we will learn to break down the meaning of the numbers. Let's talk about decoding the messages. Like I said in the beginning, universe doesn't communicate through words. We are in a numerical universe. It communicates through numbers. We're going to learn how to decode the messages. What are the angels trying to tell you? The universe, God, your spirit team, whatever higher power you believe in. What message are they trying to send to you through numbers? Let's break it down. Before we get into decoding complex messages, first we need to break down each of the main angel numbers and what they mean. So let's get to it. Now, it's important to remember angel numbers can mean all kinds of different things. Seeing a number synchronicity at one point of your life can mean a completely different thing when you see it at a different point of your life, okay? Numbers hold many different meanings. That's why it's important to try to become conscious and realize what you're thinking about when you see the numbers. Let's get back into it. Number 1, 111. This number is all about intuition and new beginnings. It's also connected with the law of attraction, so that understanding that positive or negative thoughts attract positive or negative experiences. Number 1s represent all that is. We are connected to the divine, the universe, and everything that exists. Seeing ones is a reminder that you are a spiritual being who has integrated into the world around you. Let's move on to number 2. 222 is all about alignment and balance, harmony. It can be a reminder that you're at the right place at the right time. 2 reminds us that we are dual creatures with both light and dark aspects to ourselves. 333, creativity and creation. This number can be a reminder from your angels that you're on the correct frequency. This number is also associated with love. The number 3 is about manifestation, and it's also here to show you that support is all around you. 444, stability, protection, and foundation building. 4s remind us to take care of both our bodies and our physical space. This number is all about foundations, building a strong, stable foundation so you can build an empire off of that. That's kind of how I see 444. 555. I'm going through changes. Number 5 is literally all about changes. In my personal experience, it is one of the only negative numbers. A lot of people would argue that and say, no, it's about positive changes, good changes. But the number 5 is all about big, abrupt, sudden, life-changing events and situations that you didn't really see coming. Seeing repeated number 5s is a sign that life-altering changes are on the horizon. Now, a lot of people will say 555, it's like positive changes. And yes, that might be the case for some people. But if I'm just being brutally honest with you guys, the only number that kind of has like a negative weight to it, really, in my personal opinion, is 555. Whenever I've seen 555 repeatedly in my life, there's always been some like crazy, devastating, life-changing event like right around the corner that I completely didn't see coming. But that's just my personal experience. 666, the number about reflection. 6s are a sign that you need to slow down and put your attention to what matters to you most. This number can also indicate that new love is on its way to you. 777. Now, 7 really is a lucky number 7, okay? 7s are all about good luck. This number symbolizes good luck and good news is on its way to you. The message of 7 is also telling you that you've reached a certain level of awareness and enlightenment. There's a reason why all the lottery tickets say 888, game to play. 888 is the number of abundance, also a number of balance. The 8s represent balance, as the number 8 really is one circle stacked on top of another. This number can signify that you're close to manifesting your dreams into reality. And last but not least, we have 999. 999 talks all about releasing, okay? Releasing what no longer serves you. The 9s carry the energy of completion, okay? The end of a cycle. So let go of the old and embrace the new. That's what this number is all about. Keep track of when you see angel numbers, what were you thinking when you saw that number? And also what you were feeling, what your first impression was. When you start seeing repeated angel numbers more and more and become consciously aware of the world of numbers, you will start seeing them like crazy. Like, I'm not even kidding. Just even after this episode, just listening to this, you'll probably start seeing and spotting angel numbers like crazy. Once you learn to read the numbers and become familiar with their energy, you will be better able to decode more complex messages. And you can also raise your vibration to become more receptive. Now, let's talk about decoding a message. I'm going to give a quick little example here. Okay, I'm driving on my way to work. You're in the car in traffic on the way to work. Okay, I turn my head. Oof. Okay, the license plate in front of you says 555. Okay, you turn your head out the window and then you see an address that says 888. Okay, so you have 555, 888. What would that mean? Seeing 555 and then 888 might mean that there is sudden, fast changes happening in your finances. Now, obviously, these can be big, beautiful changes or bad, scary ones, depending on where you see it, when you see it, how you're feeling, etc. I'm going to give another example. Suppose you see 777 and then 111. That could mean that there is a lucky new beginning / opportunity coming your way. So you kind of like add the meanings together to make it make sense. These are obviously simple decodings. It can get very complex. And we didn't even get into like really complex numbers. We talked about the basics. You can see things like 1010, 2424, like 1212. Like there really is an infinite amount of repeating patterns you can see. And what they mean is all different. So it's kind of fun. It's like a little intuitive puzzle you get to decode. Just know that the universe really wants to guide you to become the best version of yourself. So really understand that the messages mostly are positively charged. And if they're negatively charged, it's just trying to warn you for what's about to come so you can be kind of prepared in a way. I feel like I've explained kind of the fundamental basic aspects of numerology. I hope with this information you obtained in this podcast, you can further decode some of the messages your angels and the universe are trying to tell you. Let me know about some of your guys' crazy experiences with angel numbers. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. I had so much fun. So glad you could make it here. I hope you enjoyed. Since this was a number episode, I feel like it's appropriate to sign off with a number. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, 333. Bye for now.